Now, this illustration is no longer reviewing the column A, B, or C. We're going to the notes below the table. And so this illustration is reviewing note 1 and applying it to 220.55. Now remember, you look at ranges, cooktops, and ovens as your 3 kW or less, or over 3 kW, I think, up to 8 3/4 kW, and then over 8 3/4 kW to 12 kW, then you're over 12 kW. So what do we have here? Well, looking at the drawing, we have a 16 kW range, so we exceed the 12 kW, so we have to apply note 1 now because we can't put this range in column A, B, or C. So the question, is the same. What is the load in VA for the branch circuit serving a 16 kW range? But notice this demand can be applied on a feeder or service. So we have to keep that in mind. This value, once we calculate it, the demand is for service, feeders, or branch circuit. So always remember that and don't get confused with it. Now, step 1, we're taking the note 1 and applying it. The 16 kW range minus 12 is 4. So we exceed the 12 kW by 4, so we take 5% of that. As you see in the step 1, we come up with 20%. Now, adding the 20% to 100%, we come up with 120% in step 2, times 1,000 to get rid of the K, times 8, we come up with 9,600 VA. Now, instead of 16 kW VA connected, we're looking at 9,600 VA demand, and that's what the solution is showing as the answer. So this is the application of note 1 to table 220.55. When the range exceeds 12, this is the procedure that you would take. And if you had an 18 kW range, like Sears used to sell, you would take that 18, subtract 12, that'd be 6, and it'd be 6 times 5%. You'd have 30% instead of 20% in step 1. So again, not trying to be too simple, but just pointing out the application of the note 1 to table 220.55, which figure 14-7 is illustrating as the size of a range that might be in a dwelling unit.